Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Stormworks. In this one, we are working on our microcarrier. Once again, we are getting pretty close to the end of this thing. And in this one, we are going to be working on a jail cell. So a little bit shorter of an episode for you guys today, but that's all right. We only have a few more rooms to go. I think we only are going to have probably another 3 or 4 episodes at most. But yeah, we're going to kind of start on this bottom floor down here, and we are going to just start detailing this up. So I'm going to add a jail cell and kind of detail that, as well as a area for an attendant and some passenger overflow. But if you guys like the series so far, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We definitely are going to continue our big Stormworks builds. We're just kind of wrapping up this one. This one was a rather large build. It is on the workshop right now if you want to check it out. I'll leave a link down below in the description. But we're going to get right into the building in this one as usual, guys. So I'm going to let the time lapse roll a little bit, and then we will kind of come back and talk about what we have done today. All right, so the first thing that I kind of wanted to do here was break up our space. It's a little too big for just having a jail cell down here. So what this room right here is supposed to be is kind of like a survivor overflow. So if you have excess of passengers on the ship or rescues or whatever, you can kind of just shove them all down here in the seats, and they'll have a specific place on the boat to sit. I know I mentioned in the last episode, there are seats everywhere, but this is just kind of like a dedicated space there is no dedicated space to kind of stick people that get rescued. So I wanted to add that. It's kind of inconvenient on the bottom floor, but it's here, it's on the ship. And then right behind that in the hallway, that's where the jail cell and the jail attendant is going to go. So I'm going to just set up like a little office area, and then the jail cell is already kind of has the walls built in and whatnot, but we're just kind of working on detailing this lower floor. This is the last portion of this floor that we really have to get work done on. So that's kind of what we're working on today. My plan is to get this lower floor completely finished, and then we can move on to the last two parts of the ship, which are the med bay and the mess hall. So we will be tackling those in the next couple episodes. So if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. But right now I'm just kind of adding some paint detailing to this level on the ship. Just adds a little bit more detail for you when you're walking around. And I like to kind of add this stripe to most floors, but I changed the color so you can kind of color recognize what floor you're on a little bit easier for people who might have a harder time getting around. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got in store for today. Right here, I'm going to just kind of start working on the little office area, which is going to be right here where we are painting. So I'm just going to add a nice little desk setup and a camera and a way to lock the door. Nothing too fancy, but we'll get into kind of the detailed parts a little bit later on in the episode, obviously. And so a little bit further news on kind of just a channel update, I guess, really, is what our next build is going to be. So, I've kind of been thinking about this a lot. I've got some ideas. I'm still open to ideas. So if you have any, let me know down below. But for the time being, I think I kind of want to make a cargo ship, but I think I also want to kind of make it like a mission spawn as well, that it spawns like a PvP game mode. And I'll kind of talk about that a little bit more later on. But in essence, I want to make a cargo ship, and then I want to make a converted version of it that's static, that plays like a multiplayer FPS map. And I want to incorporate a couple different game modes, like probably something along the lines of Search and Destroy from Call of Duty, or kind of Counter-Strike. But the other idea also was some Capture the Flag, maybe some other game modes like that. But it would feature, some spawn points, some mission objectives, built-in timers for the map, that kind of thing. But if that's something you guys are interested in, or you think would be cool or fun, definitely let me know down below. It's an idea I've kind of been toying with. I personally think it's a fun idea, but I don't really know how often people will actually use it. So definitely let me know on your feedback with that. But that's kind of the direction I'm heading in right now. Currently, we have a couple other small builds in between that I can kind of get done and get cranked out. But I'm still kind of trying to figure out what our next main big ship build on the channel is going to be. So again, if you guys have any ideas for that, just let me know. And I'm open to suggestions right now. I have nothing set in stone right now. So, but again, I'm open to suggestions. I have no clue really what the next big build is, and I've got a ton of little small things I also want to make videos on. So it might be a little bit of all over the place here, but I'm trying to get this carrier done so it frees up a little bit of the schedule. I'm not going to keep increasing videos. Last week was kind of just a fluke because the ship was coming out, so I wanted to make some extra content. But we're going to stay on the 3 videos a week schedule. That's pretty good for me, and the channel seems to be growing at a pretty healthy rate. So I have no intention in changing in that. I will never do daily uploads. I don't have the wherewithal to do that, guys. But yeah, so the builds will continue. I'm going to start trying to do a little bit more gameplay style videos for you guys, as well as kind of like some building tips and tricks and that thing. But for the time being, I'm still just kind of messing around with ideas. So we're all ears, and I'm open to hearing them. But I'm just kind of yapping on about right now in this episode. These last couple episodes, they're not really too crazy. We're not really adding anything super technical to the ship. They're just kind of interior details. So that's what I'm adding here. This is the little office room for the jail cell attendant, so he can keep an eye on the people in the jail cell. And that honestly doesn't really need all that much explanation. So I'm just gonna, keep yapping on as we we do some building in the background. But yeah, so that was kind of a nice little channel update for you guys. We, like I said earlier, we only probably have another couple episodes for the carrier, and then I got to start working on something big. The land crawler, obviously, we'll get that finished up. I'm still kind of struggling with what to put on the inside of that thing, but it's really probably because I thought it was cool and I don't really have a purpose for the build other than just being cool. So I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to work through that too, but those videos will keep coming. And then as soon as we get this carrier build done, I will start doing some other kind of Stormworks related content on the same days that the carrier videos were coming out until we start our new big build. Well, I am going to let the time lapse finish out in this one, and then we will spawn it in the real world, and I will get back to you, and we'll kind of just chit chat a little bit about what we've built today. All right, well, that is going to be just about all the building we have in this episode. I'm just adding a little bit more detail in the form of some paint blocks, and those are kind of just scattered all across the ship. One thing I will mention before I wrap up the episode, guys, is the light version of the ship is out now. So if you guys, if you're struggling to run this full version of the ship, there's 2 light versions out on the workshop for you guys right now, and those should hopefully perform a little bit better. The light version is going to be a gutted interior, and then the potato version is going to have no weapons and a gutted interior. So that is going to be the lightest version of the ship. Please don't ask me to make a lighter version. At this point, I've spent over 300 hours on this ship, and I'm not going to keep just cranking out different versions of this ship so 4 or 5 people can use them. So please don't ask me to make a lighter version of the ship. If you can't run the potato version of the ship, that's going to be the best that I have for you. I don't build my creations to be lag free. These things are crammed full of detail. I use every single space. It's not really one of my concerns, if I'm being honest. And just kind of to finish off on that, guys, I play on a laptop and I record these videos and edit. So this isn't sped up. This is real time. You can see I'm not really lagging at all. The simulation's running at a good tick speed. But enough of that. This is the jail cell we worked on today. Just a nice little attendance room. Nothing too crazy. I wanted to keep the details a little bit lighter down here just because it's not going to be used that much. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have for this one. If you made it to the end, thank you as always. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like and thumbs up if you like this build, you like the series. I'm going to keep making these Stormworks videos for you guys. I'm going to keep trying to make these cool builds for you guys, and none of that's going to go away. None of that's going to change. Just keep showing your support, and I'll keep building my vehicles, and definitely I'll try to get some more gameplay videos for you guys in the future. But yeah, guys, that is the bottom floor of our carrier basically done. So again, thank you so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.